If you're a 3PL that is manually generating bills to invoice your clients, maybe you're doing it every day, maybe you're doing it every week or every month, it can get extremely tedious and it can be time consuming. So today we're gonna go over Warehance's automated billing, what it is, when you'd wanna use it, and how to set it up. If you don't know who I am, I'm Brady Agranoff. I'm a co-founder of Warehance. We're a modern WMS, and if you're looking for your first WMS or an upgrade from what you already have, go down to the link in the description below where you can get a 60-day free trial or a demo from one of us. So what is automated or scheduled billing? It's a feature in Warehance where you can set up on a recurring schedule to generate bills with a certain billing profile and a client over a previous period of time. So what does that mean? Let me give you an example. I can take my client Tim's Teas, and let's say I have a billing profile specifically for that client, also called Tim's Teas. I can go to scheduled billing and I can create a schedule that says every week I want to generate a bill for Tim's Teas with the Tim's Teas billing profile that covers the previous 7 days. Then each time that runs, it'll generate a draft bill for me in Warehance, and I can go in, look at the charges, and approve it before sending it to my customer. There's also an option to set auto approve to true on this schedule so that you don't even have to look at the drafts if you're confident that they'll be correctly billed, and you can just go ahead and automatically approve it, and your customer can see that invoice or that bill every week. So you have a few options with the scheduled billing. So when you first go to create a schedule, you'll start in simple mode and you'll be able to see your list of clients and select which ones you want to run this automated schedule against, or you can choose all clients. And then you are going to see your billing profiles, and you'll see a simple selection of whether you want to run it every day, once a week, and you'll get to choose which day of the week you want to run it on, or once a month. And you can either run it on any given day or the last day of the month. So this is simple mode, of course, and each one of those reoccurring schedules will choose the previous time period. So for example, if you choose every day, it will choose the last 24 hours. If you choose every week, it'll be the last 7 days, and every month will be the last calendar month. However, if you head to advanced mode, you get a few more options. One is going to be setting multiple schedules, so you're not limited to just one, but let's say you want to run a schedule on the 1st and on the 15th of the month, and you want to run that same billing profile against those same clients, you can just do that by adding multiple schedules in one scheduled bill. One other option that you have is the actual period of time prior to the generation that you want to bill. So if you want to generate a bill every day for the previous 30 days, you can do that just so you could, for example, see on any given day what you've been earning from a certain client over the last maybe 30 days. However, this is usually not used very often, which is why it is in advanced mode. So when would scheduled billing be useful? Well, the obvious case is if you have a lot of clients and you don't want to have to go through and generate each bill individually, then you can go ahead and set up a scheduled bill. If you have a consistent pricing, that makes it even easier. If not, you just have to set it up once for each client with a billing profile against that client. And then you can go ahead and run those charges automatically. This becomes especially useful if you're billing every single day. And we have a few customers who choose to do that. And you may end up having 10, 20, 50, or 100 clients, and billing each of those every single day can be a real pain. But with automated billing, again, it'll generate it for you. If you set auto approve, then you won't even have to look at them, and it will be automatic and on a schedule. So how do you set these up in Warehance? Well, it's actually a fairly simple setup. So you're gonna go to the left-hand side menu and go to billing, and then under billing, you will see scheduled bills. So go ahead and head there. Click the create button on the top right-hand side of the table. And then once you're there, again, you'll go through either the simple mode or the advanced mode, and you can select your options on the frequency that you actually want to bill this on, the clients, the billing profile, and then if you're in advanced mode, you can go ahead and choose that previous period of time that you want to bill against. Click create, and then you now have your first scheduled bill. So you can go back to the scheduled bills table, and there you'll be able to see when it last ran and when it's next scheduled to run. So that's a really quick overview of scheduled billing. Again, if you need a WMS, go down to the link in the description below, get a 60-day free trial or a demo from one of us. Happy shipping.